Oh, hello. Thanks for being here. Let me just type my website. Let's see. Thanks for joining again. I am a little bit late because my cat was going crazy outside, so I had to go grab her, put a towel over her, everything. So let me check it back. Hey. Nice. Jesus. Come here. No, Maylee. You already know you're not supposed to do that. Okay, sorry about that. So, just have my little Maymay right here. Let me just post a link out to the Reddit pages that I have said that I would post on. You're thinking about a question? I'm gonna do some other stuff. Oops. And I'm only doing this for an hour because it's a little late over here. I just wanted to squeeze some questions in because I feel like there are a few people that actually need some help that could really benefit them right now. So. Hi, thanks for being here. Please like and subscribe before you ask a question from the angels. And there's some information that I've typed in on the chat right there. Hi. Okay, you ready, little mama? Hi, honey. If you'd like to know a little bit about me, since there's a little bit of dead air right now, I am a channeler. I've always been a little bit extra sensitive since I was a child, and it wasn't actually that long ago since I started to reawaken my abilities. And a lot of that has resulted in channeling spirits, channeling angels, channeling God, channeling archangels, and things like that.
And I also do pet readings too. This is something that I am learning how to do. So if anybody's interested in talking to their pets, or wanting to know how to help them, or what they need to, hi honey, or what they need to, that's my cat, want to say, you can also ask here as well. Mama, do you want that off? So Kamara, I'm not sure if you've liked and subscribed. So once you have, then you can ask a question. I'm gonna take this off, okay? Here we go. Here we go, Mama. Can I take it off for you? Perfect. So what would you like to know? Or who would you like to speak to? Things like that. Hello, newcomer. I got some information right there on the side of the chat area. Please like and subscribe before you ask a question. If you would like to ask 2 questions, that's going to be an extra $2 donation on my PayPal, which I've posted on the 3rd chat thingy right there. And for paid readings, I also do 1 audio reading. So like you give me your email, your question, I send you an audio reading. 1 question for $5.55, 2 questions for $7.77, and 1 hour for $33. Okay, so Kamara says, I would like to know who is my guardian angel that walks with me. Oh, okay. All right, so here's what I see. I'm getting the number 3, so I actually think that you have, you have multiple guardian angels. In fact, you might even have 4, because there could be a loved one that is passed on, or like a spirit guide that kind of acts as the guardian angel. And what I mean by guardian angel is that there is no definitive word for that, for what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing and stuff like that. What I mean by guardian angel, that's not in life. What do you mean by that? But anyway, what I mean by guardian angel is they are the main guides that help you out and assist. They just said assist with a lot of things. Sorry, my cat is like playing with a plastic bag. Oh, 3 is your life path number. That's cool. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see. Here's the thing. So your 3 guardian angels, they are very talkative. It's like they talk amongst each other, and it's kind of like if you imagine 3 girls out on like a girl date, or like an outing. They're just having coffee and they just can't stop talking to each other. It's kind of like they haven't, like those 3 best friends that like, and they like how like I've labeled them as 3 best friends, because that's very much how they see each other and how they reunite and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when they talk amongst each other, they're like talking to each other. They're like, oh my God, I know. Like there's a lot of chatter. So I would like to know who is my guardian angel that walks with me. So there is 1 main guardian angel that is coming through right now. Not that the 3 of them don't help you on a daily basis, but this one is saying that it's like she does feel like the main one, in that she is the angel that assists with your general life. Actually, like you said, like your life path, she kind of assists with all the general stuff, and she kind of embodies a lot of the, like, like as humans, we have a lot of different themes that we do, like our work life, our social life, what else is there? Family life, stuff like that. And she's talking about business, something about industry, and so she helps with a lot of that stuff. You're making so much noise. So sometimes I'm not very good at angel names. If I could guess what it was, in terms of what I've heard, it's something with like an M, or it's like an Esmeralda, or like Marigold, or something like that. she's laughing because I related her to a flower. I don't know why she thinks that's funny. Or like Marabella. I don't know, something with an M. You own your own business. There you go. That's why she's talking about industry and business and stuff like that. Hi, love. Oh, hey, Tika. Oh, you're so sweet, love. I like that name. I keep calling you love. It's awesome. But anyway, Kamara, Mabel? Who's Mabel? Do you know who Mabel is? That's your great grandma. Oh, okay. She's your great grandma. I'm assuming she passed away a while ago. Okay. How long did she pass away? Not that it's super related, but. And by the way, for the newcomers here, please like and subscribe before you ask a question. I have paid readings, one audio reading for, so that's per question reading for $5.55, 2 questions for $7.77, and 1 hour for $33. Oh, okay, she passed away 20 years ago. Okay. Honestly, you know, it does feel like your great grandma. And the reason, let me see, because like she's kind of like holding back in terms of communication and what she wants to say, which, okay, perfect. And for those of you that want a reading, I'm going to do it, entry by entry, like a list. And so Kamara, was your great grandmother a chatty lady? Like, was she the kind of lady that like loved to go out and just talk and talk and talk? Say hi. She was. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. It's interesting because I'm feeling her hold back. And to her, I think that that's quite a big thing. And let's see why she's doing that. So, okay, the reason why she is doing that is because there's a lot of chatter. It's almost like, you know what? It's almost like, and I don't know if you're a talkative person as well. Hey, Tatiana, what's up? If you're a chatty person as well, Kamara, but she's kind of like when you talk, it's kind of like you have anxiety when you talk. Like when you're talking, it's kind of like somehow you exhaust yourself when you talk. You're like, and somehow there's like nothing left for you, but you keep like talking. I don't know what that means. Does that make sense to you, Kamara? Okay, perfect. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Tatiana, you can. I'm going person by person. I'm going by order. You're welcome. Hey, can I get a list? Yes. So, yeah, okay. I'm wondering why she stood back like that, because typically when I see guys stand back like that, it's because other people need to, she's saying that other people need to steal the show. It's interesting because it's almost like, this sounds so weird, but it's almost like you compete for the attention even amongst your guardian angels, even amongst your grandmother Mabel, which I think is really cool that I got it right because it started with an M. Hello. Let's see. And now she's quiet. I don't know why. Maybe she's asking you that when you talk, it's your turn to stand back. And the reason for that is because you need to conserve your energy. You need to realize how you're spending your energy when you talk and why you do that. Oh, okay. When she says that you're stealing the show, it's almost like, it's kind of like when you have anxiety as you're chatting or communicating, you exhaust it really, really quickly. And what that means to me is that like you crave a lot of attention, and that's okay, that's like an inner child thing. You crave a lot of attention, and because craving that attention has so much negative energy attached to it, it weighs you down, or like it exhausts you so fast or something like that. She says that it's out of control. So yeah, she's just letting you know, stand back. She's saying stand back, feel your feelings in terms of your fuel, like your communication fuel or your energetic fuel. And then once you notice that, you will be present with it and it will be replenished. So I hope I hope that helps you. So next one is love. I have love. I think someone arranged that for me, but it's love, Tika, and then it's Tatiana, and then it would be Abyssinian. Okay. Oh, love, you already did that for me. Okay, cool. All right, so love, what is your question? Okay, angel guidance. Do you have any specifics or is it a general thing? And everybody, please like and subscribe before you ask a question. Love, did you like and subscribe yet? Did you like and subscribe yet, love? Yes, you. Okay, perfect. Okay. You're feeling a little enough work to trust you and angels. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, it's really nice. Let's see what they want to say. This is my little chihuahua. Oh, her name is May May. She's like, what am I doing here? Okay, so in terms of some angel guidance, let's see here. Okay, let me just clear off the energy because I was just holding my dog. Yeah, she is. She's a real character. She thinks she's human, and she's really smart. So she's kind of like a human. So, okay, I don't want her to hear what I'm saying. She already knows. Okay, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. All right, so let's see. All right. Okay, I thought that I was feeling this wrong, but I'm not. Okay, so as I held my dog, right, they started to say, your angels for guidance are starting to say that they're saying that you're adorable in the sense of a puppy. And you are a very, very, very sweet person, very open-hearted, very vulnerable, not in a bad sense. Vulnerability is not a bad thing at all. Yes, that's what they said. You. Ah, sorry about that. Hey, you guys! Gosh, sorry about that. Come here, come here. I'm not having them with me next time. Okay, anyway, you're very open-hearted. Okay. I'm so sorry. I know they were so loud. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so distracted. Okay, let me just tune in. Okay. I just did a little protection and prayer for all of us that are in this chat. Okay, so about you being overwhelmed, it's actually, it's kind of like what I was talking to with with Kamara earlier. You actually, you're welcome. You're actually exhausting your energy as well. Kind of like when you hear those empath stories of how they don't know boundaries, healthy boundaries. on one hand, you always want to help other people. And when you see somebody that's struggling, even if it's just a little bit, you'll kind of be like, let me help you. Like, and you're just very, very sweet. And that's part of the reason why, yeah, that's part of the reason why you're overwhelmed, because you are giving away too much, rather than conserving your energy, those boundaries. Let's see. It feels like you want to save the world. That makes me happy. It feels like, yeah, for sure. They are very important. And part of boundaries also comes with a very, very big not responsibility, but like a big awareness or a big understanding that we deserve those boundaries. We deserve to put ourselves first and know how to feel good. But it's hard when we have those bad habits of not putting ourselves first, because they're habits. They're so easy to relapse. You know what I mean? Actually, now that we talk about this, I'm starting to feel your energetic, your emotional body. That's what I read when I read people. And as sensitive and as a giving person, like, of who you are, love, is, and that's a perfect name for you, by the way, is, you are wounded. And it's beautiful because you're still able to be, yes, you can, Kyla. And it's beautiful because you can still be open-hearted and you can still be vulnerable even after pain, because a lot of people, they're so afraid to be vulnerable. We protect, we fight, so that, people don't hurt us first or something like that. But you're the opposite. You still remain open. But the thing that's holding you back from putting yourself first is the wounded emotional child. And that actually requires, I can feel some mental processing about that, which to me just sounds like, oh, hey, Araceli. I forgot to Instagram you, but I'm glad you're here. Okay, thank you, Araceli. Which to me sounds like, with the mental processing, it sounds like it's something that's unconscious. And when things are unconscious, those bad habits are stuck within us. And they keep replaying themselves until we have that awareness and until we can start to, take the chip off of that, what's on our shoulders. So I think it would make you too sensitive, love, if I were to reveal, or if they were to reveal, why you have a wounded emotional child, inner child type thing, because it feels very, very innocent. That's what you are. You're very innocent. So I can't tell if it's like a child thing or if it's something that happened a few years ago. But that's something that you need to process. And I recommend this every session. But that's because in therapy, therapists are trained to help you to categorize your thoughts. So that's what I recommend for you, love. And I feel that angel wings are hugging you. And to me, that means that you are going to be safe to open up about your past pain and traumas and stuff like that. Okay. Oh, you're so sweet for like modding. Love. Okay, so Tatiana, what's your question? And Kyla, please like and subscribe before you ask. I also do paid readings. One audio reading, which is one question, for $5.55, two questions for $7.77, and one full hour for $33. I feel like I have to say, not even from a business standpoint, like I'm literally saying this because I feel like people need to know this, that it's way worth the money to get an hour reading. When you get an audio reading, it can be up to 4 minutes to 10 minutes, depending on if you do like two questions. Sometimes it goes up to 10 minutes because I feel that there are things that you need to know and things that you're not aware of and could assist you and stuff like that. But 1 hour reading is worth the money, in my opinion. Okay. So Tika, angel guidance as well, please. I feel lost. Okay. And you're welcome, love. Take care. So let's see, Tika. Tika, I think you're the person. I said this very early in this video, and you were here a few days ago when I was just doing this YouTube live, but I think you're one of the people that I felt called to assist today. I felt like people really needed some channeled messages, and you were one of those people. So Tika, angel guidance. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here's what's happening, Tika. And it's not a coincidence at all that the full moon isn't here yet, because when the full moon is here, that's when like awakening starts to happen, or like spiritual awakenings, which can cause like craziness mentally, psychologically, emotionally. Love and peace. Yes, you may. Please like and subscribe first. Oh, you're welcome, Tika. You're so welcome. I give you virtual hug. So it feels like your emotional wounds, and notice how everybody's kind of connected today, which I love because I feel like this was meant to be, the reason why I'm here. Anyway, your emotional wounds are kind of like, it's like a cycle that keeps playing in your mind over and over. And it's kind of like you keep reliving past traumas. And so you keep getting hurt like over and over, but it's something that's playing within your mind, and it's like a loop that won't stop. And because of that, you feel like an emotional wound that's been open, like everywhere you go, like on the daily, they just said. Yeah. They said that you need to take it slow. I don't know what you're trying to rush. If it's like spiritual progress or like healing, I don't know if you're trying to rush that. But they said take it day by day. Because I think part of the reason why it's like a loop playing over and over in your head. Oh, it's a curator. The reason why they said it's like a loop playing over and over in your head, what did I say? I said that you were like trying to rush it, is because your focus is on that constantly. And so you're just, you're like a worried mess inside because you keep like tormenting yourself with these thoughts over and over like a loop. Yeah, and they're saying that you've been agitated. I don't know if you've also been like drinking too much coffee, but that's also agitating your body, which is in tangent with your emotions and your mental health, and your thoughts and stuff like that. Okay. And this is what I feel. It feels like if you imagine an angel that is lifting off, but doing it in slow motion. It's not lifting off like hi Maribel. It's not lifting off like like a spaceship, space shuttle, the NASA ones. Math. Anyway, it's not like lifting off like super fast, like a jet. There you go, fucking jet. Like what the heck in NASA? Okay. So they're saying that you're gonna get out of this, but you need to do it at your pace. And what your pace means is your natural pace. For some reason, I saw like a leaf blowing in the wind. You can't control the wind, right? So you know what I'm saying? So you need to be present with yourself and let it go. Stop controlling things. Let things be, they said. So I hope that helped you. For some reason, the video of the leaf blowing, it's so relaxing because it's like you're taking too much control in your hands, and you need to let that go because they're saying assistance. assistants can come in and help to move that along. So you need to stop trying to control things. Yeah. I recommend meditation. If you've never meditated before, 5 minutes to start is fine. And then slowly increase it to 10, 15. Don't push yourself with the timing of how long you meditate, because then you might just like relapse and like never do it again. So for some reason, I also saw reading. So I recommend reading, because when we are too much on social media, too much movies, videos, the way that people edit things, it's so they can grab your attention and it moves way too fast. Yes, Keith, you can. I'm just letting people know I'm only doing this for an hour. I'm not going to cap it off at 1 hour. I'm going to cap it off at like the last person that meets around the hour. So everybody, please like and subscribe before you ask a question. And I do paid readings, 1 audio reading for 1 question for $5.55, 2 questions for $7.77, and then we get like a live FaceTime or Skype for an hour for $33. So I love that people are like, okay, now it's my turn. Because like I don't have Snarky Star here to like mod, and I was like a little bit worried about that, but you guys are doing so great. Oh, thank you, love. I'm so touched right now. But anyway, Tika, as I was saying about YouTube videos, it trains your mind to be like bam, 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 bam. And our thoughts can also mimic that, start to take that on. So when you read it, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a passive, like, I don't know, it consumes your focus. So it's kind of like meditation in a way, but it's not so like as distracting as the internet and stuff like that. So I recommend that, Tika. I used to admit, yeah, get into it, girl, get into it. And I'm glad that you've meditated before. So that means that you can get back into it faster and feel the effects and notice them and know what they are and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. I hope that helped you, Tika. Okay. And then if anybody wants a second reading here, you just donate $2 to my PayPal. The link is, just scroll all the way up. I posted the link above. So next one is Tatiana. Okay, so Tatiana! I'm saying that because if everybody's like, what? Like, last reading, Tatiana, you were asking about your boyfriend, and fire signs, they have, oh, you're welcome, Tika. Fire signs, they always want to go, 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 and like they bulldoze through to get their goal, but it's tricky when they don't know how to get what they want, because then they're just like, I'm not used to doing nothing, And so there's impatience within fire signs and stuff like that. So Tatiana, let's see. Your guides, they're laughing. Not laughing at you, they think that something is funny. Oh, hey, Shelby. I'm doing well. It always makes me happy to talk to you all. Let's see. So, Tatiana, okay. Now I feel a sense of embarrassment, and for some reason, they just said the word shame. I don't know why, but when I feel embarrassment, I'm assuming that's your boyfriend. They do that to me too. They laugh. Okay, that's so interesting. I actually want to talk about the shame. There's something about deep-rooted shame. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. That's funny. I wonder why they laugh so much. Well, they're angels, so. So Tatiana, okay, now I'm starting to feel, it's like they cycle back and forth between the feeling of shame and the feeling of embarrassment, like kind of like a kid that's like wearing red, or like, yeah, like a kid that's wearing red and they go to a party and like everybody's like, ha ha, you're wearing red, but this is like a party where everybody wears blue shirts. And then the kid's like, oh, that's the kind of embarrassment that I feel. They're saying secluded, they're saying outcast. That's weird. Does that make sense to you, Tatiana? Yeah, I wonder why too. Let's see here. Okay, it feels like somebody that is too afraid to come out of their shell because they've been ridiculed and embarrassed so much. It's kind of like the people surrounding them have ridiculed them to the point where, like, when that person or that little boy, I'm guessing it's your boyfriend? Yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. Like it's like when he was like a kid, like he would be his natural, like goofy self because he seems like a goofy kid, like when he was a child. But for some reason, like the people around him, the people surrounding him, the closest people around him would poke fun at him and make him feel bad for just being his natural self. And so because of that, it's like there was no shell for him to begin with. I mean, maybe there was one, but he never like retreated. But because of those people around him, he's like indefinitely in the shell. Um what was your question though? I forgot. Uh what was your question, Tatiana? I forgot what your question was. Or like what do the angels have to say with you, Jameson? I forgot. Ah, okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. I understand now. I actually understood before you gave me the question again, but essentially you are a not that you are a replay of his past in terms of what has happened to him and caused him to retreat into his shell, but he is afraid of that happening. So it's like when you're like trying to coax him out or just like poking his shell, like, hello, like, is anybody in there? Um, to him, he's just reliving his fears. Um, and whenever you poke his shell, or if anybody pokes his shell, he starts to feel shame, deep seated shame, they said. I think that makes sense to you, though, Tatiana. And it's interesting because he looks at you and he sees like a powerhouse of a woman. Like you're always like, yeah, let's go out. Like you just have so much energy. You just seem like so extroverted. Like when you're at a party, like it's like you're the loudest one. You don't know what to do. Well, let's see what they have to say. You have to let go of the reins. You know what I mean? Like you know, like how like horses they have those things. You got to let go of that. Um, um, because if you keep poking at the situation, that is you attempting to control that. And when you're attempting to control that and you don't see the results that you want to get, that gives you it makes you panic. Um, because you're so used to getting what you want in terms of how strong-willed you are, and this is not happening with your boyfriend. So let it go. And I know that's easier done than said. I mean, easier said than done. um, but that's all they're saying. They're saying you need to cool down, you need to release it, and you need to be at peace with that. Any things I can do? Um, I feel like I have to say that that's essentially another question. So please donate before I can answer that. Okay. Okay. Let me see who's next. I think it's, oh my gosh, Ashley Vasquez. Okay. Ashley, are you here? I'm just gonna, you're welcome, Tatiana. Okay. So I'm not sure if, thank you so much, love, for doing this. Like, You're a godsend. Yeah, it is. It's really easy to read. Okay, so I don't know where Ashley is. So is Absinian still here? I think I'm gonna cap it off at Shelby. So after Shelby, the list is closed. Okay, perfect. Absinian, what's your question? And as she's saying that, let me just remind you all that paid reading is one audio question for $5.55, two questions for $7.75 or $77.77, and one full hour live chat for $33. Wait, Love and Peace? Oh, Love and Peace, you are after all those folks. So can I get some guidance from my spirit guides about my love life? Okay. Okay. Here's what I see you as. Or at least I believe this is you. You're very like you talk with your hands a lot, and when you're talking to someone, like you look directly in their eyes, and you're just like, yeah, like that. Like you're very focused on the other person. Great listener. They just said, yeah, you use your hands a lot. I feel like you use your hands a lot, and you like to talk. Like you like to have a good conversation. Lightning Spark, I actually closed the list off at Shelby Charles. So please like and subscribe, and then you'll be notified of my next YouTube live. So let's see why they've said that. Okay, interesting. I don't know if there's somebody in your life that like rubs you the wrong way, or they just said miscommunication. Where can you donate? You just go onto my website. That's going to be all the way above, and copy and paste the link, and then you just scroll down to the book or reading section, and then the donate option, you just put $5.55. And then go ahead and contact me on the website, or my email should be on the website. Your question and the sexual orientation and your sexual preference, and if you are including another party, just so I can use the correct pronouns and stuff. I like to have a good conversation, but I'm also very shy. Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. Absidian, is there somebody that you are not connecting well with right now? Because it feels like there is just somebody that either you're just like, or the other person's like, or it could be like a mutual thing. Like, did you have like a little fight with somebody or something? You can't see the link? Oh, okay. It's pretty long. I need to change it, but I haven't gotten to that yet. I don't know how to get a reasonable price for that, so I'm just gonna put it here. Oh, you did? Oh my gosh, love, you're like my mod. You're being like so sweet. Like, this is very helpful. There's just so many people that ask questions, and I'm like, ah. So do you see it now, Lightning? And oh, you and your dad. Okay. Now that's a really important one. Very, 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 very important. Because in psychology, your parental attachments, they just said parental attachments, are the direct link to your identity. And when you have miscommunication with one, it shows to me that he may not have parented you in the way that you would have liked when you were a child. And so you are kind of like dealing with the consequences of that as you grow up. Oh, okay, yeah. That's exactly what it feels like. It kind of feels like, you know? Yeah. Oh, thank you, love. You're so sweet. All right, let's see. Okay, so like when I see you two together, but you're kind of just like, but in between, those symbols of you guys, of course, and anybody cares about their parents, and I'm not saying that like you're just like, F you, I'm never gonna see you again. But anyway, what I see in between you guys standing next to each other is fire. It's kind of like you guys, whenever you talk, like it's easy for you guys to get into a verbal disagreement, a fight. You guys just poke each other's buttons. And the problem is that your father, he knows how to set you off, um, because he gets so angry. Um, but then he doesn't take responsibility for the fact that he hurt you or that he did that. Um, because I think that he knows in his heart that a good father, um, you know, treats his child with love and puts the child first, but it's like he doesn't know how to do that. Like he's so caught up in like what he's feeling at the moment that everything else is blind to him and he just reacts like he's just like ah, like that. So let's see. And the interesting thing is that you're a very like chill person. You're also very talkative. So when you speak, you're very direct. Like what you have to say, you're not afraid. Well, you said you're shy, but no, it feels like when you have something to say and that you feel that you really need to say it, you'll say it. Yeah, yeah. Um, so the thing is that it's like your dad is like the fire, but you're actually like the cool water. And it's interesting because it's like a relationship that seems so complicated, but from what I'm seeing energetically, channeling wise, because when you channel, you always have the outside perspective, even as a third party, if you're talking to somebody about the situation, is that it's simpler than you think. Hi, Will. Oh, thank you. What is happening? Okay, so Lightning, I'm assuming that your name starts with a J. I do audio reading, so I'll email you that reading once I'm done with this stuff. And Will, I've actually capped off the last person with Shelby. So if you would like a reading outside of this, just go onto my website. Everybody knows this already because I kept saying it over and over. One audio reading for one question for $5.55, two questions for $7.77. And my website is actually at the top, like just right there. Am I pointing right? I don't know. So anyway, I'm sending in, they're saying that it's chaotic. It's okay, Lightning, just email me again. They're saying that it's chaotic. But the chaos is not coming from you. It doesn't stem from you. It stems from your father's own like emotional anger problems, like he has inner self-hate, they said. And a lot of people do. I think they just express it in different ways maybe. But your dad, and this is true for a lot of men actually, they don't know how to process or feel their genuine sadness. So it really turns into anger because that's what they're learned that is acceptable for them to display. So it's like whenever he's angry, he just shoots you like a hateful like statement to like put you down in your place or whatever. And you're just like, what? Like, where did that even come from? Like, what? You're just like, so let's see what you could do about that. Okay. They're saying that you need space from him. Not that you're, gonna be away from him forever. I'm not saying that. You just need some space from him. Do you live with him? It doesn't sound like you do. Yeah. Yeah. He he seems like a kooky guy. Okay, good. Good. So I'm assuming that you would just like go to visit at like family events or something like that where you're gonna kind of like have to see him. I don't know, or you need to drop something off for him, not sure. So they're saying take that space. I heard depart. Anyway, you need to physically, you guys call. Oh, yeah, you need to not do that right now because they're saying that you need that physical space, time away from him to heal everything that he said and done to you. Because the ish he says, it hurts. It hurted you and it still hurts you. they're saying that you need to process those wounds. You need to, oh, okay, they're saying that you need to give yourself the time to grieve, to process your emotional wounds. Gosh, they're saying something. Oh, okay. Inner upsets, inner anger. It's like you suppress your anger. Because whenever he hurts you, it's like you want to blow up at his face, but you stop yourself from doing that because you are enslaved to this mentality that you shouldn't shout at your parents. And that really freaking pisses me off because that is so abusive. Because parents, they're the abusive ones most of the time, or at least from what I've seen. And it's like the children are still brainwashed to believe that they're not allowed to feel the residual consequence of their action, right? Yeah. And that's why you've suppressed your anger. And it also, yeah, it also has to do with culture too, in terms of what women are allowed to show. Um, um, so let's see. Yeah, you need to grieve that. You need to grieve the relationship that you don't have with your father that you've always wanted. And this is so like, usually I don't say stuff like this because I can feel that people aren't ready for it yet, but actually you are. So that's why I'm allowed to say it. They don't want me to go any further because the rest of what you need to do is process it. I actually see you journaling and talking about it. Let's see. Okay, so Kyla is next. Yeah, Kyla. Wait, why does it sound so familiar? Oh, okay. Is it okay now? Okay, looks like some folks, all right, with the internet. I used to have such bad internet, which affected my business so bad. Okay, perfect. So where's Kyla at? About what, Obsidian? About my internet? Or like about your reading? Oh. What did I don't remember. Uh, I, what did, I know what I said. I said that you. Oh, really? Okay, well, if you didn't hear this part, then let me know if you haven't heard it. So then that means that this is the part where it was buffering. Journal. Because when you journal, you allow yourself to express your emotions and look at it as in like, I validate myself. Because this is coming out of me. And yeah, there you go. Thanks, Araceli. This is coming out of me, and you see the writings and you see the words, and you validate your own self. And there's no one else to be irrationally upset about your anger that is their fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm also thinking that there's a lot of gaslighting going on, and this is very, very common in people of authority that can't take responsibility for the crappy things that they've said and done. And you should YouTube gaslighting and stuff like that. Oh, hey, Kyla's back. I feel like I have to say that gaslighting, it rewires your own thought process. It's like this little like demon in the back. Not demon, that sounds so bad, but this little like automated, machine thing in the back that replays itself and tells you that what you're thinking and feeling isn't right. That what you're thinking and feeling like, did I see that? Did that really happen? Or like, so I don't know if you've ever thought like, what just happened? Or like, am I crazy with your father? So that's gaslighting right there. So the journaling part, I think that's what was buffering. Yeah, lightning spark, that's fine. You can do that. Hey, I'm back. Put me on the list. What? We can't do that. I already capped it off at Shelby. So Nikki, if you would like another reading, please donate $5.55 to my PayPal. The You can also go on my website to donate that, and then I'll send you an audio reading for your question. You're welcome, Epsini, and I'm so glad I helped you. I know you're one of the folks that I feel like I was called to be here. You're welcome, Nikki. Okay, so Kyla, what's Greg's intention towards me? Thank you, love. You're so sweet. What's Greg's intentions? That's weird. His intention is like, okay, let's see. Okay. It looks like Greg is angry at you. They said that he's mad at you. um, he's quite distant from you. It's okay, Nikki. It's fine. He's quite distant from you, Kyla. They just said that he's weirded out by you. I feel like I've said the same thing. Yeah, you did, Shelby. Okay, bye, love and peace. I think I just said the same thing last reading, so I don't know if you're here last reading, but yeah, that's what it is. And it's weird because it's like he's angry at you. He's still angry at you. So when there is anger, it still means that he still wants some sort of connection, emotional connection with you. What do you mean, no, Kyla? Okay, well, as you're typing, I'm just gonna continue the reading. I'm not sure what is going on. You know what? They're saying that you're not ready to hear what I have to say, or rather what they have to say. And it's not that the angels do something and they retract their action. It's more so this seems like purposeful in the sense that, and I don't know how you're feeling at this moment, but it really sounds like you're not ready for it, and like you're kind of trying to control what I'm trying to say. So I think this is something you need to be aware about, and that's. Oh, I did. What? Okay. Okay. So what I said, Kyla, was that it seems like Greg is he's not. It seems like he's ignoring you. Because it looks like you did something to him. Rather, yeah, I don't know. He's angry about something, and he just gets a not very good feeling from you. And I know that's harsh, but I don't do lies in a reading. I'm very straightforward in terms of what they have to say and bring forth. Okay. Well, it's what I'm feeling. It's what I'm feeling, and that's what it is. All right. So, Araceli, what question do you have? Yeah, that's okay because you're still in line for the YouTube live because I capped it up at Shelby, and so that's why the people outside of that line pay the $5.55. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot of negativity coming from this person, and that's the reason why I muted this person. When I give a reading, I give the truth. Um, I do nothing but want to help somebody, and me helping somebody doesn't mean lying to somebody. So if you are not happy with what I said, please exit this reading because it's not beneficial for me, you, anybody to talk about this situation. So if I tell my supervisors the truth about the reasons of my attendance last week, will I get a second chance at my NICU job? I was studying for an exam that will determine if I graduate, so I was late. But thanks, love. I'm just trying to. Wait, what? Hi, Amy. Give me 1 second. Wait, you get a second chance? Do you mind explaining what happened last time, Araceli? Because I did a reading for you last time, and I'm not sure what happened since that moment. Yeah, apart from my no call, no show on Monday. I was like, okay. All right. So, okay. Well, let's see. I feel like I need a card for this. Where is my deck? Give me a second. My pupper's right here. Oh, he's a little sleepy. Where is it? Give me 1 second. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Okay. Amy, unfortunately, I've capped off the person at Shelby. Yeah, doggy. Capped off the person at Shelby. So if you would like a reading, please go onto my website. Just scroll all the way up on the live chat and then just donate the aforementioned prices, which are also all the way up. Okay. Let's see, Araceli. And let me just do like a little like wash of like cleansing, purifying energy with the angel's assistance for everybody here. Oh, thank you. Because I feel like what happened was like for people. So, and especially for me, because I'm very sensitive to stuff like that. Like when you're channeling, like you're very open to a lot of stuff, and when people are being negative, it can shake up my energy. So feels so much better. Okay. All right. Wow, you got 3 cards jump out. Okay. This is really, really awesome, Araceli. So you got 3 cards. I'm going to do it the way I saw it. So be strong, quiet time, and guardian. And this one says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. And Araceli, I think you need to calm down. That's why you got this quiet time card. Because to me, they just said anxiety. And I understand that like when you're going towards a goal and things are just out of your control, you spiral with anxiety, especially when it's something so important in terms of your future goals. And so I understand why you feel the way that you do. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I take good care of them. Taylor Swift song just came to my head. What Taylor Swift song? Oh, you know what? I'm curious as to where this anxiety is actually stemming from. They're saying that you feel out of control and sorry, that's my cat. I have a zoo here. When we feel out of control, it's usually because somebody in our life made us feel like we didn't have control. They are usually quite not very nice people. So do you resonate with that, Araceli? Thank you, love. So sweet. I feel so supported by you. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It could be your mom. I think it could be somebody that they just said the word vehement. So it seems pretty aggressive in the way that they've handled you. If it is your mom always an angry person? Oh, okay, you just said her life seems to be chaotic. Is she always an angry person? And as you're typing, I'm just gonna define this energy of this person that I feel. This person also struggles with anxiety and also struggles with needing to control everything because her life feels out of control. Always angry, always irritated, always agitated. So would you say that's your mom? Because sure sounds like maybe. And it's not that she's a bad mother either. It just she's always like cranky. Like it's like when she talks to you, it's like she's got like the dagger out and she doesn't even know she's like doing that kind of thing. Okay. Well, it seems like you don't. I'm not really sure. But whatever this is, it actually it feels like it traumatized you, and it's interesting because it's like you're like, huh. Hmm. So to me, that sounds like it's somebody that's in your closest family, or rather, somebody that's very close to you. Because when you are used to this type of person or these types of attributes, you don't know any other family because this is the only family, this is the only like relationship, core relationship that you've had with you. So to you, it's like normal. But in actuality, I think you need to realize that it's not very nice what's happening to you. And again, not that I'm saying that your mother is a bad mother because it doesn't feel that way. It feels like she takes pretty good care of you. So that also adds to why you may be confused because you're just like, well, my mom seems like pretty fine to me. But I think you need to realize what's actually happening in the background. It might not even be how she's treating you up front. It could be something that lingers energetically or emotionally, and you kind of like hold on to that because you kind of feel like you actually need to be the protector when this is actually not your responsibility to take on because the way that you're taking it on is in an unhealthy way. You're actually trying to absorb your mother's pain or this person's pain when that's unhealthy for you to do. You need to set those boundaries so you don't do that. So I hope that makes sense to you. I think you had asked 2 questions. Let me just copy and paste it on my. Does that make sense to you, Araceli? So, okay, perfect. So if I tell my supervisors, and this is how I work, I feel like I always have to say some basic foundational stuff so that it brings into the question that you really want to know. Oh, really? You didn't? No, it's okay. I'm still actually answering the first one. If I tell my supervisor the truth about the reasons of my attendance, actually, uh, it kind of feels like it kind of feels not very positive. It kind of feels like a no, actually. Um, and I don't like to say yes or no questions because it's quite there's just so much energy tied to that if I say yes or if I say no, it could either elate you so fast or it could disappoint you so fast. And Amy, there is, but it's actually been capped off. So if you would like to purchase a reading, it's one question for 555, two questions for 777, and 1 hour for 33. You can go all the way up on my live chat scroll thingy, and then you'll find my website. Uh, Maribel sounds familiar. Oh yeah, I remember Maribel. So anyway, Araceli. And Maribel, if you were here to talk about the cap that I have off at Shelby, you would have to purchase a reading, which is not that expensive. I kind of just said the prices earlier, so just scroll up and my website link is there. Yeah, Araceli, honestly, it feels like no. No about the second chance. And now they're saying, I just heard disappointment. Oh, you are on the list? Oh, shoot, sorry. I don't have it in front of me. Yeah, kind of feels like a no. What's your second question, Araceli, in case they tie together? Thank you, love. Oh, okay. I'm glad that you're okay because, like, I was just afraid that you were a little disappointed. But anyway, they were talking about disappointment because I did hear that. Um, they were saying in terms of the disappointment, you need to go easy on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, and you got to realize. I feel like I'm like a record player that I don't know if you did. If you didn't, you're gonna have to email it, and then I'll respond after I'm done with the live session. So you'll get a separately, kind of like a. I think it's like an emotional pattern that you're picking up on from people around you. So if you are very disappointed and you catch yourself just feeling so bad and you start beating yourself up, let go of that because that's actually not your stuff to play within you. Um, And for some reason, I feel elation and I feel joy after saying that for you. It's okay, Lightning. After saying that, you're a very peaceful person. I can feel that, and I could see that from your texts and stuff like that. Um, and they said that you're kind. So it's interesting because I think it's something that you need to know because I think you tend to beat yourself up a little bit when you notice you catch yourself acting irrationally. But I'm here to remind you that that's not your energy. You're actually picking that up from people around you. Um, and you also feel sorry for yourself a lot, or whether it's a lot, or if you just catch yourself doing that and you're just like, well, I never do this. I'm not sure which one. Um, what they have to say about that. It's kind of like you feel guilty. Um, like you kind of tell yourself like I could have done more. It's probably about the question that you're asking me about. Um, but what are they saying? They're saying that you need to let yourself off the hook. So again, stop being so hard on yourself, kind of a thing. Hi, Cachet. Um, I've actually capped off the readings at Shelby. Um, yeah. It is a little bit too late, Cachet. I try to do live readings once a week. I've actually done twice this week because of the virus that's been like causing people to stay home. Yeah, but I do like a one question reading for $5.55. You're welcome to do that if it's something that you really want to know. At my website, you just scroll all the way up on the chat and you'll find it. Anyways, so Araceli, take it easy, girl, because you are so sweet, you're so gentle, you're so kind. They're saying that you deserve the best. So do something nice for yourself, okay? Do some self-care stuff. I don't know, take a nice bath while like, I don't know, drinking wine or no, actually don't do that because that like lowers your energy. But you know, listen to some nice music while you're taking a bath, something like that. So when you're feeling hard on yourself, there's something action-wise that you can do to take yourself out of it. Taking a walk is also nice too. Okay, so I hope that helped you, Araceli, and thanks for getting a reading with me. So Maribel, what's your question, Maribel? Can I have a general reading, whatever I need to hear? Yes, ma'am. Okay. What? Okay, that's so weird. I'm seeing like an image that says for sale. Heck yeah, it does, Shelby. It totally lowers your frequency. Like, it just drops it like so fast. Sorry, my cat. So Maribel, what is this for sale thing about? Okay. Hey, can you please? Okay, so let me just. As Maribel is going to respond, I'm just going to type this out because I got readings. I don't see Maribel's chat thingy yet, so let me see. Oh, weird. Okay, they want you to process what for sale means. What? I took you outside. You went nuts on me. Yeah, it totally happened, Shelby. Okay. I don't know where Maribel is right now. So is Keith here? Keith Lega? Thanks for doing this, love, again. This is really helpful. Okay. Okay, I don't know where people are. So Shelby, do you have your question? Oh, there you are, Maribel. Okay, so what I said earlier was that I saw a little sign that said for sale, and they want you to process that. So do you know what that means? Like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind that comes up for that for sale kind of image? Oh, okay. Because it feels like something that they want you to, something that'll inspire you, they said. If you don't know, you could just say, I don't know, but. Okay, that's fine. Let me just draw a card then. Whoops. Ooh, wow, you got 3 cards. Okay. What? Why is it the same thing? Did I shuffle it wrong? Okay, I'm just gonna trust that these cards are what's meant to be here. Okay, is there something that you're really anxious about right now? Like, is there anxiety that you just can't shut your mind off about? Because I feel like it's as if you feel that there's impending doom. Yeah, okay. Do you mind talking a little bit about what that is? Oh, okay. And about this relationship, can you give me a little bit more context? Like, why did you guys separate? Okay. Oh, crap. Oh, is that why I saw the image of for sale? Because it kind of feels like you were just like a body, but he still told me he wanted to work out. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Because I'm getting a lot of like energetic whoosh right now. So about the for sale sign, okay, you're saying that he treated you like crap. I don't doubt that. Um, gosh, there's like so much that needs to be said that I feel like there's a barrier to that. Um, or rather, there was a barrier between you guys in terms of communication. And when you think about what he's done to you, you just get so bitter, and you're just like, it's like it's like you're in the middle of processing what he's done to you, but at the same time, it feels like it's been going on for so long. This processing. Okay. Oh, okay. Long distance. Oh, okay. 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 So now that we think about this, why am I seeing this for sale sign? Like, what do you know what this for sale sign means now? Do you think that he's used you or he's treated you like an object? I think the reason why they wanted you to process this in the first place in terms of this for sale sign is because this is your moment to process what's been happening. Okay. All right then. Let's see. Let me just help you a little bit, nudge you in the right direction. So first of all, with this Be Strong card, you felt like you needed him to be with you for you to feel strong. And now that he's gone, it's kind of like a part of you is missing. Um, you kind of feel empty inside. And you keep telling yourself like, oh, he cheated on me. He cheated on me. Like he did this to me. He did this to me. And it's like if you are filling the gap that he's created in a sense with bitterness and with toxicity um, in order to fulfill that void. It's almost like you are replaying the abuse that he's done to you because you said he treated you bad. It's like you're replaying the abuse that he's done to you within yourself so that you feel like he's there again almost. And in terms of this guardian card, you have ancestors watching over you. And what I mean by ancestors, they feel like grandparents that have passed away or like uncles or aunts or something like that. Um, okay. And they are actually like, hey, I need that lighting. And they are actually with you. I see them like floating in the corner. I know that sounds like creepy, but when you are like running through this bitterness and this toxic, cycle of thoughts, They are actually with you in that room, looking over you. Um, it's like, hey, we're here. Just, we're here to help you, but you're not asking us to help you. So we're just here. Not that they feel awkward. It's just more so like my projection of my personality onto them. But what I feel truly without projection, as best I can, I guess, is that they're very much in your life constantly, and they are that stability that you need. So if you ever feel, like when you're alone, that suddenly you feel okay, or suddenly you feel like there's a stable sense of feeling. Yeah, yeah, I think so too. I think that for sure. So whenever you feel like, why do I feel like so stable right now? Or maybe you're just like, oh, like for some reason I feel better. That's them. Yeah, yeah, I think so too. I think they are actually trying to help you move along, because your energetic heaviness that's happening within your emotional body right now and your frequency is holding you in that same spot of when you guys broke up. Um, and then the quiet time, you need to rest. I don't think you're taking care of yourself really well. Um, I think that the stress that's getting to you is causing nourish your body well, whether it's with like good, healthy food or enough water, enough sleep, exercise. I think exercise will help you to increase your frequency and help to, um, lift you away from you stagnating yourself in that breakup kind of experience trauma thing. Um, I think the for sale image is actually you just telling yourself like he cheated on me, like that. Um, you feel used. You actually feel used. You feel like he saw a shiny thing and he tossed you away because he saw a shiny thing. Um, and I think that's actually what happened. I That's what it feels like to me. Um, he didn't know how to communicate to you what was going on. Um, yeah, he just wasn't, I guess, very smart in that sense to be give you a little bit of empathy and just be like, hey, you know what, like I've been feeling this way, I think we should break up. No, he was just like, oh, I found somebody and I'm gonna run off with it. It actually feels like to me that he had a void within him as well. It's just that you weren't filling that void for him, so it all sounds pretty unhealthy. Because like what I see in the for sale sign is kind of like a garage sale, it's kind of like out with the old, in with the new kind of a thing. And so does that resonate with you? What are you doing, honey? Huh? Oh, sweetie. You're famous. Okay, it does resonate. And it's like you're not processing the breakup. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think so too. It's like you're not processing the breakup in a healthy way. You're not letting yourself let it go. You keep trying to hold on to the pain so that you can hold on to him. Um, but you will shift energetically. Because what I'm seeing is like, okay, here's what I'm saying. Like, if you can imagine like a timeline, and then on that timeline is like an image of you and your ex breaking up. You are like, you know, 3 minutes away from that timeline, but you're stuck there. Like, we're in 2020 right now, but you're back in like whenever the breakup was. You know what I mean? And you're just stuck there. But what I see is that there is a silver lining, like a literal silver lining in between you and that breakup to lift you out of that space. And it feels very much um angelically supported. It feels like very much that your guardian angels and your guides are helping you to do that because you're just so stuck in it right now. And that's going to take a lot of processing about allowing yourself to grieve rather than to relive. um, it's going to take time. So, and that's way too much for me to answer here. And it feels like they don't have much to say about that because of the time limit. Um, but yeah, so I hope that helped you, Maribel. Okay. Looks like Keith left. So, Shelby, what's your question? Okay, my question is, should I feel guilty about turning down the guy I've dealt with in the past when he said, wait, what? Should I feel guilty about turning down the guy I've dealt with in the past when he asked me to come visit him to say hi? I don't believe he just wanted to say hi. We spoke earlier. Um, so he wanted to say hi and you turned him down. Or like you guys were dating before and then you guys stopped dating and then he came back in town and was like, "Hey, you want to catch up?" and you said no, right? Oh, you guys are friends with benefits. Okay. Um okay. So that's the only thing. It's okay. Um so I guess the question would be, why would you feel guilty first of all? No, no, no. Like walk me through why you feel guilty or why you think you would feel guilty and if you should feel guilty. I feel guilty. You feel guilty because you felt you could have had something more, but it wasn't the case. Um, okay. Let me see what's going on. I have a fear of being alone and I'm so giving that I get walked all over. Oh. Okay, let's see. Okay. Here's the thing. Whoops. All right. Before I start reading into this card, I actually want to ask you something. So you say that I deserve better, but it's hard to let go. Hard to let go of this person? Here's the thing. Like, I feel like you're not, okay, I could be wrong, but I feel like you're not being honest with yourself. I do believe that, um, What? Because I feel like there's information missing. Because I feel like there's something that you're not telling me or something that you don't want to admit to yourself. Um, they are saying denial. You expressed to me that you were afraid of being alone, and I'm not saying that you're a bad person either. So when we're afraid to be alone, we tend to use other people to help us feel less alone. And these people could be genuinely interested in us, but we're not so much them. So we're not being emotionally transparent and honest with them. So when you're feeling guilty, that's a probably a good reason for why you're feeling guilty. Um, so yeah, it's the same. It's like, you know what I'm saying, Shelby? It's like, you didn't you were emotionally involved not because you were genuinely interested in him, because you said he was friends with benefits. You were emotionally involved because you were alone and you needed somebody. Um, okay, perfect. I'm glad that you are on the same page with me, and I'm glad you're doing it in a healthy way. Because usually people are like, "What? No, you're wrong." um, oh, okay. So it seems like you're not aware of what you did, or not that I'm trying to say that you did something horrible, but when you feel guilty, it's your body's way of saying like, "I did something wrong and I know it." Um, and that is a hard thing for people to admit to, because it's like the things that they get entangled with. It's like they're so desperate that they'll do anything. Lightning Spark, I am still not done with this reading. So I will respond to that when I'm done with this YouTube reading. So Shelby, it's not that I don't see a potential for you to be happy, because I can see that. Um, I see you letting go of what you think you need and embracing you and embracing the present. Um, it feels like there's something else that needs to be said. Oh, okay. Okay. So with the card that you got, Shelby, it says Green Terra, and it says start delegating, and it says ask others, including me, which is Green Terra, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. And I think that's a lovely, lovely message. I'm aware I just also feel bad for saying no to him, but I shouldn't. Oh, for sure. Okay. It's pretty? Oh, yeah, it's pretty. I was like, what's pretty? And Lightning Spark. Actually, I don't have much people booking me for private reads because I barely started like this little side thing. Um, so I'm pretty available. I mean, I still work like full time and I do this, but yeah, like what I meant was like when I'm finished with this YouTube live, then I do your reading and then you get that email. So Shelby, uh, it, it's not that you shouldn't feel bad, because feeling bad for something we know that we've done wrong is human. But the thing is that how do you deal with feeling bad? Because it looks like, and it sounds like one wrong action from you, just you define yourself as a terribly bad person. Like it's almost like you inherently believe that you're such a bad person that when you do these bad things, in which I have to say to lighten up your frequency, that everybody does bad things. um it doesn't mean that they're not good people, but everybody does bad things. And it's just like not human nature in that we are like inherently born to do bad things. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that you believe so hard that you're a bad person when you've done a bad action. Bad, I'm just, putting a word on it. I'm saying I'm not, um, that it's hard for you to learn how to process and forgive yourself. And so because you don't know how to forgive yourself, you're 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 like in denial of what you've done, and like you can't admit it, or rather you just feel so ashamed that you feel like you can't post what you've done online. um, and I'm here to tell you that nobody's perfect, that good people do make bad decisions and choices. um, what do they have to say about this? Let's see. I know what you mean. um, It's pretty normal in my opinion. Uh, Obviously, it's not healthy, but let's see what they have to say so that you don't do that so badly to yourself. Um, Honestly, they're saying you need to see yourself like a child. If a child does a bad thing, does that child knows that what he's doing is wrong? And yeah, we do, but it's like that's actually how the angels, it feels like the angels, it feels like a message for me and you. That's why I'm saying the angels. They're saying that we actually don't know what we're doing. And when you really take that in, you're just like, oh, like I shouldn't be so hard on myself then. Because it's not that I am actively seeking to be a bad person. I am not actively trying to hurt somebody. I just don't know what I'm doing. And then when you start to admit to yourself like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, it'll bring up like, what am I doing here, like who am I? um yeah. um you got to give yourself more slack. um and I was describing earlier the description of this card, or I was reading it, ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. Essentially, what they're saying that when you try to do everything yourself, coming from that understanding that we don't know what we're doing, when we try to do everything ourselves, because when I see somebody, in your situation where you try to be emotionally connected to somebody who's genuinely interested in you, yet you're just, basically using that person so you don't feel so alone. That's you trying to control, you know? That's you not knowing how to solve your problems, not knowing how graceful God and the universe is, and how safe and loved you really are, that you're just trying to do things on your own, and in the process it's like a feedback loop. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm hurting people, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm hurting people, and at the same time we're brainwashed to believe that we are bad people, so it's like it gets even worse. um and this is where your angels come in, because it's like I can feel you in those moments when like you do something bad, you're kind of just like, like like stop, like I don't know how to, like, you just, it's like emotional chaos, it's helplessness that I'm feeling within you. And it's like he wasn't genuine, he wanted me for what I can give him sexually. Oh, okay, actually, I totally believe that. Yeah. I do the same thing. It's okay. um, so anyway, when you have those moments, because they're showing me that moment and they're playing it as if it were in the present, and so I see them coming in on the side, and they're just like, "Let me help you." Like, stop panicking. Like, you don't need to do this yourself. um, um, hold on. I think they're trying to give me a message. Okay. All right. So you and I are similar in the way that we panic, in the brainwash things that we believe. My God, they totally don't want me to talk to me as long as yeah. They talk to you on the daily. They give you symbols. They give you coins on the floor. The way that the way that you interact is actually a lot like me. Like the way that we panic is the same. Like when we do something wrong, we're just like, ah, like I didn't know, like I didn't mean to, and like I just did it. I hurt somebody, and I just really wasn't trying to. Like it's the same. Yeah, they showed me coins. And they're saying that what the both of us need and what we're actually being given is support. Like it's like we are so like we feel so helpless at times. Yeah. And I think you're one of those that I really needed to talk to because I said earlier in this video that I feel like I was called to help a few people that really needed my help right now. So I came online because I do really want to help those that are emotionally struggling because I know how what it feels like to be in that space where we feel so helpless emotionally and just hopeless, you know? So anyway, so when we are yeah. What did I say? Uh okay, whatever. Anyway, when we are feeling like helpless and hopeless, um what we need and which is somebody to support us and really guide us and treat us like children, you know, treat us with unconditional love, acceptance, support. Our angels are constantly leading the way because they know we need that. Excuse me, I had a burp. Excuse me. They know we need that. And because they unconditionally love us, I don't know if you can feel it, but I can feel their unconditional love. Yeah. Um, they're so willing to lead the way. Um, and I remember when I was channeling like 2 years ago, I remember that like my angels were telling me that they were essentially like a lantern, you know, a lantern in like a dark forest or a dark path. And they were saying like, take my hand, come with me, I will lead you the way. Um, and that is what the both of us need. And we need to remind ourselves that that is what we are always receiving. Um, because just like you, I pray for help all the time. I pray for guidance and stuff like that. But it's like there's this internal voice within me that tells me that they hate me, that they think that I don't deserve it, that they're trying to punish me. And it's yeah, for sure. They're lifesavers. They are true, true lifesavers. They are miracle workers. Um, but anyway, so like whenever I get into a really helpless, hopeless state and I'm just like in my head, just like those chaotic thoughts that you have, um, I am well, when I was single, like when I didn't have my husband, who's my twin flame, I don't know if you know what twin flames are, but it's like an unconditional loving relationship. So when I didn't have him, like I was with my thoughts alone. Like it sucked so bad and I was in such a deep depression. But then I met him and then like he would always come to assist whenever I was getting in that state. And let me finish this before I read that because I'm just gonna like forget what I said. I started to realize that really I just need to pull myself out of those thoughts, get into the present moment, and life will resume as normal. And um, and honestly, so many amazing things have happened to me um, because I've asked for the best and because I want the best. Um, I was told that my guides chose to guide me and help me recover what they've lost in their lives. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm confused. Really? Like your guardian angels were humans before they became guardian angels? What does superlatively mean? Oh, nice. When they were alive, yeah. So I was told. Let me. Okay, for some reason it feels like I can't read into that. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason I can't read into that right now, but I do believe that your guardian angels want you to be happy to the nth degree. But anyways, I have a reading to do. I believe 2 people are waiting on me. But shall we? Have I answered your question? I don't even remember what your question was. Oh, it was something about like that guy. Should I feel guilty? Um, and then we had to kind of like undo what guilty meant for you. And then I told you how we were the same and how our guides, which is your guardian angels and my guardian angels, are helping lead us the way. Hmm. Oh, okay, okay. So I haven't answered it. Okay. So should you feel guilty? Well, when you tune into, or when I'm tuning into your feelings of feeling guilty, it's really you kind of like punishing yourself for what you've done, condemning yourself, as you said earlier. And that requires you to go back and to see who around you has done that to you as you were growing up. Yeah, yeah. Um, there's a lot of inner judgment and shame. I don't know if you grew up in like a Catholic or like a religious family, but if you did, it feels the same in how they would judge you. Oh, your parents? Yeah, sounds like that. Hmm. But uh, as they were saying, a lot of what you can do right now about that is realizing that you are just like a child that doesn't know what she's doing. Ah, yeah, okay, they said Catholic. Okay, yeah, perfect. So you have to realize that you don't know what you're doing, okay? And that you need to stop controlling because you are called to let go and let the angels come in. So, does that answer your question? I'm no longer about that life. I'm just spiritual. Yeah, I think it's such a shame because I feel like religion can actually be a wonderful thing for people. It introduces the actuality of God, but I've seen the Bible. It's pretty outdated and like people still believe in the outdated text and it's fucking crazy because it's like, dude, that was like 2000 years ago. Like we're different or I think because people are still like doing the same. Perfect. Okay. I hope you have a good rest. It's time for me to work on some other readings, but hope to see you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.